Welcome to the video where I won't talk about coloring, but I want to show you my other hobby, cross-stitching. And in this video I want to show you some of my handmade Christmas ornaments and other small cross-stitching works which I managed to finish during this year. I think that we will start with this Christmas tree. A month ago I already mentioned this Christmas tree. It's a kit by Ukrainian manufacturer, and here you need to stitch two sides of the Christmas tree on the wooden base. All beads of course are included, and then you need to connect them, and there is also a very lovely stand included in the kit. A pattern on sides is different. I don't know which one is my favorite, maybe this one. First, when I stitched it, I was slightly disappointed. It looked maybe too vibrant. Those plastic beads, they weren't very impressive, but now when I put it somewhere near the source of light, it actually looks festive, so I think that it could be a good present. I'm not very happy with myself how I finished it. I can see some imperfections, but I have another kit from the same manufacturer but different pattern. It definitely will be a work for the next year, and I hope that I will do it in more accurate way now when I am more experienced. Apart from it, it was easy work. You just need to follow pattern carefully because it has very precise pattern, very symmetrical, so it was important to be quite patient and to be attentive, and it was relatively quick work, so I really love all kits by this manufacturer. I already did many of them. I use them mostly as Christmas ornaments, Christmas decorations. They always look festive, so that's work number one. Sadly, it's not very impressive if I put it here. Maybe I will lay it down. And I have another Christmas tree. This was by Wonderland Craft, this Christmas tree. It's kit by Unicorn Stitches. Here base you can see it's wood, here it's transparent plastic. Personally, I prefer to stitch on wood. Somehow it feels more pleasant when I hold this base, but of course on the transparent plastic ornaments and decorations, they also look quite lovely. There is a whole series of such ornaments. There is gingerbread Santa, gingerbread Mrs. Claus, gingerbread Christmas tree, and gingerbread house. I don't own kit by gingerbread Mrs. Claus. All other kits I have, but unfortunately this year I managed to stitch only gingerbread tree and gingerbread Santa. So here is ornament number 3. You can see that it's definitely serious, the same colors of threads. I really love how it's decorated by slightly thicker white thread and those cream beads. It really looks like icing. Santa has this garland of tiny Christmas tree and tiny snowflakes, or maybe gingerbread, which looks like snowflakes. They are stitched on felt, so there are slightly different bases, slightly different techniques. Honestly, for me it's easy to stitch such things, but then somehow it's always a problem for me to finish them, to add back, or to stitch all details of the garland. I don't know why there is such a problem for me, but I'm quite proud of myself that apart from simply stitching them and putting in the box to wait, this year I managed to finish all my ornaments. They all have those loops. They are ready to be put on Christmas tree, so I was a good girl. Well, let's return a little bit to Wonderland Craft. From this manufacturer, I also did other ornaments. Here I have this Christmas house. It consists of 3 elements, so base, couple of tiny Christmas trees. I do love this combo of matte red and matte golden beads, and then house. Nicely decorated with garland. I especially love those roofs. I think that somewhere on the shelves around my Christmas tree it also will look very festive. Or maybe I will take it to my work. I love to decorate my working space also at work. It helps to distract, to create some festive atmosphere at work also. So maybe this one will be for my house, this one will be a gift definitely, and this one I will bring it at work. Next I have those sleigh. The technique is the same. There are 2 details here connected, just like I connected them with thread here. First I stitched the upper part with beads. Very lovely, very easy pattern. This one definitely was a good distraction during all those blackouts. You simply need your paper pattern, you need nice lantern and nice lamp, and you can relatively quickly finish such lovely ornaments. I hope that they will look good on my Christmas tree. They actually are not heavy, so I think that it's impressive and quite a unique Christmas decoration. The same company, they have different sleigh with different patterns here. I already did so many ornaments, so unfortunately I have to limit myself. I would gladly stitch other sleigh because I really enjoy the process, but I simply don't know where to put other sleigh. I need maybe 2 more Christmas trees to put everything I already stitched. So we continue with Wonderland Craft. I have one more, and it's definitely one of my favorite ornaments which I finished this year. And here we have the Circus elephant. This one is very shiny. Here they included different beads. You can see red is transparent with metal central part, metal golden, and those pearl blue-gray colors. Very lovely, and again it was very quick. This one I absolutely enjoyed. In this series they also have horses, but I can't say that I love them, so I decided that I won't purchase other kits, but the elephant, it really looks very nice. It's collection of merry-go-round. I think that they have 3 horses and 1 elephant. I hope that they will continue, and then maybe I will stitch something else from the same collection. Next one, it's stitched on plastic base. Look at this lovely owl. When I first stitched it, I was slightly disappointed because it looked a little bit different from the preview on the kit, but even if on the preview colors were more peachy, I still think that owl, it looks lovely. Not sure about these beads which were included. I attached them and then I thought that maybe they are too big, but honestly on Christmas tree when you put all these ornaments, actually they can't be too big. What is important is they are shiny, especially when you put ornament with beads near the garland. It always looks very impressive, so I think that this owl is quite cute here. And again, I'm proud that I finished all those ornaments, so after this video I will run to my Christmas tree and I will add those ornaments, so it will be finally completed. Next, I have two ornaments by dimensions. That's the cover of the kit. All those designs, they were supposed to stitch on paper, but I decided that maybe I will stitch them on plastic, similar color, just more durable base. So I selected plastic. They all were made based on designs by Ukrainian artist Tonya Tkach. Very lovely. I follow her. She creates very nice watercolor works. Unfortunately, I finished only two designs. This one I will finish next year. I think that these two, they can work as a very nice tags when you pack some Christmas present, especially if the paper is of white or similar color. You can use vibrant ribbon and to attach it together with gift tag. Or maybe I can also use them as Christmas ornaments. I haven't decided yet, but it was a lovely process. Slightly unusual colors for Christmas. Tonya loves to use different hues of mint, blue, green colors, and here she also used it together with these lovely shades of blue. With traditional reds, it's actually created very good color combo, and it helped me even in my coloring this color combo. I decided that now I will include more of mint green colors for my Christmas works. Next, it will be Mill Hill works. That's series of Jim Shore white gnomes. Well, when I purchased those kits, I selected between traditional red-green kits from the same designer and this white series. I decided that white, maybe it's more unusual, but now I think that maybe red-green would be more spectacular on Christmas tree. They are lovely, but all those delicate lines and pale colors of the beads, I'm afraid that they will be slightly lost on Christmas tree. Even here, all those beads which I can see, transparent with a little bit of lilac, transparent with cream undertone, well, even on the screen they are lost, and I'm afraid that they will be lost also when I use them for decoration. My favorite is this hat. It definitely looks like a pine cone, and that's probably why I finally decided to purchase this series. But maybe for the next year I have to think and to purchase red-green gnomes. More traditional, but more vibrant. And I also love this hat. Those two gnomes, they are amazingly nicely decorated on top. Well, next it's probably it's a series of designs. I think that I need more space. I think that the designer brand is X Free Stitch, but well, I will put all links if you're interested to designers, to manufacturers, in the description of the video. You can purchase patterns, you can purchase kits sometimes. And I'm very proud that our Ukrainian designers and manufacturers managed to create such lovely works despite all the problems. So here in this Patchwork series, I have 5 ornaments. You can see that they all have similar colors. Apart from traditional moulinet, it also has metallic gold and metallic green for decoration. I think that it's very lovely looks, especially on the reindeer, and a little bit of beads. From myself, I also added this special thread to imitate bird of nutcracker and a little bit of bow on the girl. Here I absolutely love those wings. They look tender, interesting, delicate, so I really love this series. They are not very easy. You need to change thread quite frequently, but still I really enjoyed them. A lot of work because it has also back stitch, then you need to decorate them with beads, with French knots, but the final look of them, well, I think that they look very stylish. From Unicorn Stitches, the same manufacturer, I also have this lovely stitcher. I don't think that I need to explain why I immediately fall in love with this design. I thought that it will be very quick work, but no, because of the huge amount of backstitch on plastic, it was slightly slower than I expected, but I'm very happy that I finished it. Her name is Stefania, and well, I definitely will also put her on my Christmas tree. Next, I will show you several pendants. Again, the base is wood. Here I have this wreath decorated with beads and candle. In one kit there are two bases included and two designs. The first pair and the second. Tiny angels and Saint Nicholas. I love to stitch on wooden base with beads, with threads a little bit less. Somehow I think that on the wooden base all colors they look more dull, less vibrant. But here, even if maybe by myself I would select slightly more vibrant colors for sky, and all the stars which actually I have here, they look totally lost. It was interesting. I simply needed something to stitch, so I decided to try these kits. But I stopped on only those designs. There are many others, but I decided that they are not my favorites. Those, of course, I will use, but well, other designs are more for my taste. I think that it was all for winter, but I still have several works which I still want to share with you. This one is more for autumn. I think that it's very lovely how the base is stitched with thread and then with lovely color of the beads, designer imitated grape. There are many other buildings in the series, so by connecting them you can create lovely villages in different seasons. There are trees, there are lanterns, lighthouses, benches, so indeed you can create your own village. For now I have only this one. Maybe I will purchase a house for each of the season. I haven't decided yet. Next I have summer design, and it's honey horse. It's one-sided. Of course, I stitched this one, then I attached it to the base. Here. I decided that I won't glue all parts together. It will be easier to store this design, so sorry. Now I need to attach it back. Lovely, lovely work. It was slightly difficult technically because there is backstitch stitches made with two threads, and it was slightly difficult to go through the holes in the wood, but I think that it was worse because all those bees and the clover flowers, they look very lovely. There are other designs in the series, but this one is my favorite and I'm very happy that apart from winter designs, now I have several things which I can put somewhere on the shelves according to the season. Again, I can bring them to work and to create nice mood on my working area. And finally, two ladies. Sunflower and Poppy. Beautiful Ukrainian girls. There are bases, of course, so you can again use them as decorations. I think that my favorite is the Poppy one. Maybe I exaggerated a little bit with those beads. They were included in the kit, but I wasn't sure. Do I want to use all 3 lines of beads? Maybe with 2 lines it would be better. I don't know, but those skirts, I absolutely love them. Indeed, similar to traditional Ukrainian designs and very lovely together. I hope that there will be more from the same designer. I will gladly purchase more, and I want to create a collection of such designs. I also have several bigger works. I don't think that it will be very interesting for you. And currently I am working on Christmas stocking. It's designed by Dimensions. Of course, it won't be ready for this Christmas, obviously, but it's okay. I will finish it for next year. It's easy design because it has a lot of half stitch, and I absolutely love how designer worked on the folds on the red fabric and also on the pine tree branches and on the leaves. Again, it even helped me in my coloring to look at colors which designer used for shadows, for highlighted parts of branches, and similar how designer used colors to shade white fur and white bird. I used similar tricks when I did pictures in Teresa Goodrich books, so sometimes cross-stitching helps me also in coloring. Well, I hope that this video was fun for you. Of course, I want to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I really hope that the next year will be better comparing to this one. All the best to you and all your loved ones. Peace, health and love. Thank you for watching. I hope that soon I will return to you with my final video of the year about my finished works.